website for our Michigan Conference Church. Now, I know a lot of you are familiar with it, but I just wanted to point out some things to you today and see if I can do it within the 10 minutes that I have. I actually want to share two things with you. One is the MISDA website. Second thing is it's called an update from the Michigan Conference. And we'll look at both of those here in just a few minutes. So if you look at the this top part, I don't know if you can see my cursor, but there's an article. It says you can read this article. Should Adventists push for a Christian state? There's a little bubble down here. You can, and it'll move to the other one, but I'll click on it, and it's another article, Getting Help from Above. This one is written by our president, Jim Mitchell. The other one is written by the Director of Religious Liberty, Andy M. Some things that you could look at there. There are, across this big bar here, there are several things. I'm going to click on the departments and just show you. Here are President, Secretariat, and Treasurer. You can click on that and see more. If you want to see pictures, you can see pictures of the President, Secretary, and the Treasury Department. You can, well, we'll come back to that. There's some things, I'll scroll down, I guess, and we'll look at just some things that are advertised there. All right. Actually, these are all the departments. It said that there are 28 departments in the Michigan Conference. And if you want to look for a certain department, there's education, there's health ministries, a lot of departments in the Michigan Conference. And if you click on each one of those, you can find out more about it. And we're not going to do that. But if you scroll clear to the bottom, you can look over here on the right side. There are some helpful resources. Those of you who are offering on the platform, if you don't know where to find the offering appeal in the back, you can click right there, and it gives you the offering appeal for this morning's offerings or for the whole year. There's also a calendar, sunset calendar. If you get the Michigan memo and you can't find yours in your house, you can go here and look at the last Michigan memo. And they even do archives. I think it was clear back to maybe 2016 I saw. So if you missed something a while back, you can go and see it again. If you log into Office 365, that's not going to help you at all. That's just to check email if you're a conference employee. Let's go back to the home. Okay, we go back home here. All right. There was a variety of articles here, and I just want to point out one of these articles to you. There's several articles. You can look on any of them. But here's one. It was interesting to me, and you'll see why. It was called Silo Shenanigans. Well, you can read about it if you click here. And if you click there, you see a nice picture of a silo, and you can read the story. I'm not going to read it to you. You can read it on yourself, but I want you to see who wrote it. Jennifer Landis, one of our former students, wrote that. She's working in the women's ministries department now. And yeah, just praise the Lord. And I think it's her dad she's telling about because she uses the name Monty. And so that was an interesting story there. I'm going back to the home page. Now, if you go over across the top, there are several things. You could go to the administration, the departments, the media, the calendar, the camp meeting. You can give offerings or you can contact somebody. I wanted to show you something from the media section. You can go down to videos. There are other choices there too, but there are a variety of videos that you can watch. If you miss Pastor Mark, you can hear him and Cameron every week talk about the Sabbath school lesson, and a lot of helps there. There are other, you can see across the bottom here, there are lots and lots of messages sermons that you can listen to. And I think that is really great. Go back here to this media section. If you go clear to the bottom, it says subscribe to the update. Well, I'm not going to show you that right now, but I want to show you what the update is. It is weekly newsletter that comes to your email. And there are lots of good articles in the update that comes to us every Friday. If you scroll down, I just wanted to show you quickly. This one says news and views. It says Dr. Eric Walsh on mental health and life at 100 with Dr. Art Weaver. Some of you know Dr. Weaver, right? Some of you are very closely related to Dr. Weaver here. And here's a picture of Dr. Weaver this was Strong Tower Radio had an interview with him just before he turned 101. And very interesting. Strong Tower Radio, that one click takes you through all these good items. And I know that made you dizzy, but about what's going on at Strong Tower Radio. Going back here, there are places. This is from that update. You can click on some media ministries if you want to hear the nature guy at Camp Asabo. And there's Pastor Mark again. There's several items you can click there. There's things for kids, stories there for kids, upcoming events, some things, and we'll come back to that one. Lake Union Herald. Any activities going on in the Lake Union are shared here. There's at the bottom of each of these divisions, we are a church here. There's the Michigan Conference. There's the Lake Union Conference. If you click on more Lake Union news, it takes you to this, maybe it does, to this page. And you might recognize Jane Harris there. That's the Michigan Conference Women's Ministries leader. But I wanted to show you under subscriptions. If you don't get the Lake Union Herald, or if you can't find yours, you can subscribe to it, and I will show you there. If you want to subscribe to it, all you have to do is fill out the form. If you aren't a member of the Seventh-day Adventist Church, you can subscribe for $15 for the year. Let's go back here. There's news each week from the North American division, and we won't take you to any of those today, but there it is. And there's information about the General Conference. And again, you can click on more GC news. I'll click there for you this morning. And these are some leaders that President Ted Wilson met with in Korea recently. And I really respect him. I mean, he travels a lot. And you can hear messages from him posted on the MISDA website also quite often. Let me finish with this last little bit here. If you go to, this is back to the MISDA.org website. If you go to media, you go down to subscribe to the update. If you click on that, you can fill out this quick form and subscribe and get that email on Fridays, and keeps you, I know with all your spare time, you would like something to look at. But I like to look at it. I get it every Friday and just run through it, see if there's news from around the world. I love our church, and I love all that it does throughout the world. And we know that Jesus is coming soon, and we can keep updated on all that good news every week. Thank you. If you have any questions, see Renee.
I'd like to welcome everyone to our worship service. A beautiful day out there. Can't complain. I'd like to call your attention to several announcements in the back of your bulletin. Tomorrow at 11 o'clock, there'll be a memorial service for Delight Adams, a longtime member of the Kalamazoo Church. And today is the last day. If you want to bring blankets to help with the hurricane victims, give Linda a call. And then tomorrow, there's going to be a cooking school here in the gym, the school, with Evelyn Kissinger. And you can go ahead RSVP Joanne at the number. There is no charge for it. And Joanne also had another announcement there. And those that went to the dinner with the doctor, if you like a copy of his PowerPoint presentation, go ahead and contact Joanne for that. Monday, school board meeting. And on Wednesday, I'd like you to come to our prayer meeting. We had a fairly good turnout this past Wednesday. And we continue our study of Patriarchs and Prophets and chapter 43 about the death of Moses. And Karen's going to be leading out. Next Sabbath, we have a potluck Sabbath. Also, the Adventurers and Pathfinders have the worship service next Sabbath. And then there's a practice for them following the potluck. The Eckes twins are graduating from Eckes, for those that were involved with the project, and our church has financially given, also with several members who've gone help with the church down there. They're graduating. And the shoebox ministry. And then those that want citrus fruit, the Niles SDA Elementary is selling it. There's announcements in the back, but the order needs to be in by the 13th, which is next week. And the fruit will be delivered the 2nd through the 6th of December. I see Lori out there, so come on up.
Bert kindly already drew your attention to it, but I just want to share a little bit more about Adventurers and Pathfinders. We have a wonderful club this year, and combined, there are about 20 children that have already been in regular attendance, and our hearts are so filled over that. Brad and I are so grateful. We just want to express our appreciation to the church family for your amazing support of that. And next Sabbath, as we go into our induction service, you're going to see a lot of the younger ones. We have a very nice group of the Adventurer kids joining for the first time ever, and it's just very, very special. So thank you so much for supporting that. It just means a lot to us. And for families, for parents, we will have that practice on Friday with pizza supper beforehand. So we sure hope everybody can make it. But thank you again for supporting this ministry.
It's now time for our praise sing, and the Christensen family is going to be leading out.